As you know, 35 years ago, the Berlin Wall fell, signaling the end of communism and the rise of democracy in Eastern Europe. And in 1990, a triumphant Václav Havel stood before the US Congress and recounted the amazing story of how months ago he had been a political prisoner in a totalitarian country, but now he is the president, elected president of a country which had, as he said, complete freedom of speech. But Havel had actually paved that way with his Charter 77, a bold manifesto whose very first demand was free speech. And free speech became a driving force in what you might call a global winning streak for liberty around the world, one in which open democracies saw free speech as a competitive advantage against authoritarian states and where dictators were on the defensive. And this is where our second story begins. This is Xiabo, a Chinese dissident who was so inspired by Charter 77 that he helped with Charter 08, which called for free speech and democracy in China. But unlike Havel, who would never see his vision realized, instead he would die in prison, and the Chinese Communist Party that put him there remains in power. So these two stories highlight the stark differences of our future, one based on openness and free speech, one on centralized control and censorship. Unfortunately, today, it seems like authoritarians are leading the race.